Do you agree critic is an algorithm? Yes, I agree with that 100%. Critic is a algorithm, you know, and I'm explaining that today. Why critic is an algorithm and how this algorithm work. If you don't put nothing in there, you don't receive anything. Just like YouTube. If you don't put no videos out, you don't receive anything in the algorithm. So I've came to a conclusion to understand that it is a algorithm. And with this algorithm, you got to put something in there. And when it comes down to putting something in the algorithm, it's like this here. Um, you pretty much got to go in debt, to build a credit history with the creditors to be able to receive something from the creditors. And in the same process, take a hit to your credit that you built by going in debt with the creditors. So with that understanding, you can have an 800 credit score and live in the projects. And with this 800 credit score and living in the projects, yes, that is proof that you do have an 800 credit score. But when the creditors run your credit and see that you do have proof of an 800 credit score, but without no debt history, they don't look at you as a valuable customer to be able to lend money to. So it's a bit confusing, but I want to make it where it's not so confusing and where you will understand it as of knowing that the critic is an algorithm, and you put in it. They are the most legal solicitors that ever been that ever exist. And when I say this, I mean they can send you stuff in the mail. Um, as you know, if you check my stuff, my credit score the other day, and in the process of checking it, they had some stuff on there available for me to retrieve. Go in there and accept the offer. And then so if I don't accept the offer today, yesterday I check it again today. Guess what? That offer is still not. It's not available anymore. They got a new offer up there. So it's like the algorithm. It's like what works for them best in the time that's working for them. So put down in the comments, do you agree that credit is an algorithm? All my time of journey, with dealing with credit could be good, and useful. And reason why I say it could be useful, you got to use credit to your advantage. I'm a homeowner, and being a homeowner, I bought my first home at 21. So with buying that property at 20, I'm in my 30s now, but I see the great success of owning a home only with credit, or I do say, buy you a car, um, and with that being stated, once you have done those things, leave that algorithm alone, and just use it as leverage. At that point, you gotta use that to your advantage because they use it to their advantage, and when I say they use it to their advantage, you pour into this, you building, you going in debt, and you paying it off. You go in debt, you pay it off. Say for instance, you do a loan for, let's say, a little bird food, little $3,000. Okay, in the process of this $3,000 loan, what's going to take place is you get it. They give you a 2-3 year. You sign off on this contract, 2-3 years, right? And you pay this minimum payment every month for 5 years if you don't calculate the math and pay it off before the 5 year mark where you beat the interest. You gotta beat the credit system at their own game, and they don't understand how. Some individuals, because they give you a minimum payment, but you don't have to make that minimum payment. Say for instance, on that $3,000 loan, your minimum payment was let's say $150. You don't necessarily have to pay $150. You can pay $200 or $250 to beat the interest to come out on top. So you gotta beat them at their own game. And when I say beat this algorithm, you gotta use it to your advantage. So uh, if you made it this far along in the video, I would like for you to put down in the comments, do you agree with credit being an algorithm? It's up and down. It's up and down. And they give you what they suspect for you to, that they want you to have, you know. But how you going to tell me, I won't be, this won't harm your credit at all. This won't impact your credit. But soon as I put my information in, give you my information, you give me a hard inquiry on my credit report. You give me a hard inquiry on my credit report that lasts a whole year, supposedly off of my good deeds of me being a part of y'all credit program, paying my debt. But why are you punishing me and taking points away from my credit score where I have built this credit score up? This is supposed to be mine, right? It's not. You know, it's like nothing in this world you own. You got to remember that. Me being a homeowner, I don't own my home because if I don't pay the taxes, they collect it. Basically, like with creditors and stuff like that too. If you don't pay them back, they come for you. You know, it's like you do time in jail for something that you entrusted me on. You know, and I entrusted y'all as well, and they don't care about that. You know. Another example, you know, where, you know, you could be a creditor. Let's let you know that this algorithm is it has its goods and its bad. You know, I've been with this creditor, say for instance, 7 years. All right, and I go through a hardship in my life. I lose my job. In the process of losing my job, I reach out to the creditor. Hey, how are you doing? You know, get to the information center. Hey, how are you? I'm such and such, and I am just calling on behalf of, you know, I received, you know, a hardship in my life, and I'm unable to make my minimum payment. I have not missed a payment, and I've been with you guys 7 years, and I have not missed one payment. Could you please work with me with that? Taking my payment down, reducing the payment so I can still pay my credit off. Sorry, sir, we're not able to do that right there. I'm sorry, but are you able to make a payment today? I just sat here and gave you a whole conversation about what was going on in my life, and you asking me, can I make a payment today? What sense did that make? I asked for some assistance. I asked for some help. So, with that being stated, that helps me understand that credit is not used just for certain things in life. It's best to just save your money up and pay for it. You know, save your money up, pay for it. You know, only thing credit should be used for is buying a house and, you know, getting your first car or whatnot. And I don't say do those back to back because I didn't do it. I had old cars when I had bought my home, but I want to be straightforward with you what it could be used for, you know. But so I stress to you to know that it is an algorithm and it's going to be up and down. And it's a question to certain people, you know, they don't understand, like, why is my credit score this and why is my credit, and I done fought so hard for this credit score and I can't get nothing approved. Well, here, let me get a little, you know, some truth matters on behalf of credit and why I choose God over credit. And the reason why I choose God over credit, thank God for this. I was fortunate to buy my first home in a Caucasian neighborhood, and there was a lot of other Caucasians in that neighborhood that were against, like, oh man, no, you're not going to buy that home because I was 21. No, you're not going to get that, man. You're not going to get that. And I was like, well, all right, man. You just wait. This was my property, you know. I'll be living here pretty soon. And with that being stated, God gave me that property. And the reason why I say God gave me the property, because that's when I began to understand I had a credit score just like everybody else did, right? And everybody else went in on this home, and I know their credit is way more advanced in the history versus mine, right? But what took place was God gave me the home over all the other people, right? So that's why I say I would choose God over credit any day, and know that God is credit because He can touch the hearts of other people, and that's what He did with that home, that I'm living in now, me and my family, and I'm in my 30s now, so my late 30s, and so I've been there a few years now, and it has been a journey because a lot of people hate on that. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh man, we wanted that house. I get that part, but God gave it to me. So it wasn't the credit score, it was God that gave me the home. So you got to keep in mind, when you're dealing with this credit thing, don't let it stress you out. It's a slave program. You're gonna be slaving to pay these people back. And that's how they want it. They want you entrapped into their game. But you got to beat the entrapment of their game and use the system, for your advantage. Buy you some property, and that's the usefulness of credit. And once you've done that, you sit back and watch that algorithm. That's what I'm doing now. I just sit back and watch the algorithm, and I go in there and see what kind of offers they have. Oh, we got this offer for you today. I laugh at them. You're not going to trick me. You know what I'm saying? I rather stick with cash money, and save as much as I can to get what I want, and buy it cash. Basically, that's what I'm saying. When I say stick to cash money, just pay for it cash. Cash is still king. A lot of people don't want you to think that because you hear all of this stuff online where they're talking about credit this, credit that, credit this, credit that, build your credit up. But what's the motive of me building my credit up? And will a hot boy Jim straight from the hood, he can wipe my credit clean. I don't get that part. How can a person wipe your credit clean and you can go back and build up credit? I don't get that part. Ain't no such thing as just wiping your credit clean and I'm finna go to Hot Boy Jim in the hood and get my credit wiped clean. It don't make sense, guys. So what I say is you got to be careful with it, and you got to use it to your advantage and make sure you gain what you need to gain off of their system. But don't be entrapped to it, and don't be watching that credit score. It's just like YouTube. You watching numbers and you watching your views and you trying to figure out like, hey, what's going on? You got to treat it just like that algorithm, because that's all it is. It's going to be up. That number going to go up. That number going to go down. Oh yeah, then another thing, you miss a payment on something or you late, it hit your algorithm, that number go down. And when you straighten it back out, get it paid, get it up to date, that number go back up. So what you'll come into is entrapment, and know that that's not of God. You will come entrapment into knowing that this algorithm of credit is not, it's not of God if you use the wrong way. It could be the devil playground if you use the wrong way. And it may sound crazy, but if you look at it every day and try to figure it out. I'm going to do this. I'm going to pay this off. I'm going to do that. And get depressed about watching this number. It's not of God. God is credit. Let that be. Be powerful enough and disciplined enough within yourself to know, okay, I can view that stuff and keep it moving. And that's what people fail to realize in life, that they think that they teach it to the world, credit. Yeah, build your credit up. I'm with that. Build your credit up, but buy you a house. Buy you something that's gonna be valuable. But at the end of the day, no, you don't own that neither. So you got to be walking with God to understand the concept of the whole thing of this thing called life. You got to be walking with God. And I had to share that so you can understand. And like you say, if you came this far into the video, remember to put down in the comments if you agree that Critic is an algorithm. That's all it is. I done figured it out. It's an algorithm, and this algorithm is the most soliciting program worldwide. You know, and they can get away with it, you know. And also being a businessman, I can go out and try to, you know, advertise my business and be like, hey, they might have a sign out there and lock the door. No soliciting. I'm like, dang, but you let these creditors solicit you into, you know, going in debt. But here I am trying to come and make a hard earnest living by the sweat of my eyebrow. You don't want to support that. You close the door and lock it. But when you go out there and check that mailbox today, you're gonna be something else. Oh, we can save you. We got a business loan for you, $50,000, and we can give you the most improving monthly low payment. Are you willing to take the offer? After you slam the door into a businessman fade for no soliciting, but you bite that bait though. Go in debt, and that's why they say the rich people are some of the richest people in the world, but some of the brokest people in the world. Because if you don't have enough discipline to understand when you got credit and things of that nature, to not just look at it and not go in debt, the rich people be broke just like the regular people going to work. The rich people be broke just like the regular people going to work. And they'll hate on you for going and saving your money up and buying the things that you want. All you got to do is save your money up and buy the things you want, and stop trying to focus on this credit thing. Build you a bank account first. Save your money. You know, that's what I did. All the things I got and people watch and see, you know, that's what's wrong with the world today. They go off of what your possessions is. God says your possessions don't hold more value than him. It's not about the things that you possess, and that's what's wrong with the world now. They'll ride by and see, oh, he got a nice house. He got a lot of cars. I wonder what he doing. I'm working. I'm going to work for my money. But God has blessed me with a brain to know how to save and be good with money management. You know? So you got to be mindful and be of money management and not know that your possessions, like to being possessive of your credit score, being possessive of those type of things, that you got to understand within yourself that these things don't matter. And that's why I wish people wouldn't view me like that. The first thing when they see, oh man, hey man, you still got this? Hey man, you still got that? Hey. I'll be like, man, it's so annoying. Because I'm not moved by the things that God has blessed me with. I'm moved by what God has taken me and my family. But remember, credit is an algorithm. Don't be tricked, you know. And I know I didn't dealt with it for many, many years, you know, so I can say what I'm saying and not just hearing it from hearsay. They say I have walked it out. I understand this algorithm. It's gonna be up, it's gonna be down. And take notes of this, guys, and I hope this video has been a blessing to you guys, and know that credit is an algorithm, but Jesus is the best credit system you can ever be involved in. Until next time, guys, God bless y'all.